It's one of the best podcasts ever. Ever. Top 5 dead or alive.
Welcome to Pod Caviar. I'm your host, Tony, coming at you live from the Empire of Caviar Studios, located in beautiful Los Angeles, California. I have a voice for radio. How's everybody going? Did you enjoy the last episode? Have you subscribed because of that episode? Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. You have signed a bond of loyalty to the Empire of Caviar. Enjoy the peace. Enjoy the art. Enjoy the content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe. Okay? You have to. You got to go subscribe. You got to press subscribe. Subscribe to Pod Caviar. Go to twitch.tv/nothavingit. Subscribe to Game Caviar. And then while you're there, go to the 1 Gram Army, subscribe to Graham as well. Then go to shirtcaviar.com and enjoy the art. Dive into it. You don't even have to buy anything. Scroll down to the bottom of the front page, and if you see something that you like, you can use code OGA for 10% off your orders at shirtcaviar.com. Here's the thing about the last episode. It was dope. It was a nice re-entry into the podcast world after taking such a long hiatus. And I'm glad to be back. Today, we're going to talk about going to therapy. As a man, something that I could speak on. The title is Stop Being a Man and Go to Therapy. So, we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have a discussion about it. We're going to have a discussion. All right? Okay? Can we do that? How's everybody doing? Have you taken that first step and motivated yourself to attack your insecurities and jump over that hurdle that's been stopping you? Does it feel great? Does it feel good? Oh no. Now, after I had my damn surgery, I was breathing clearly, but I just hear some wheezing, and maybe that's an allergy. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But anyway, what we're going to do is help us understand that this isn't the 90s anymore. This isn't the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. This is 2022. And it's a great year so far. But the thing that I want to expand on and talk about is humanity has evolved so much. There's so many different genders now. There's so many different sexual orientations. There's so many things that are open. Back in the 90s, it was very strict, okay? It was like back then, if you were gay, it was like, oh my God. Oh, what? Oh, oh my God. It was a big thing. It was huge, bro. It was huge. For real. People got shunned for it. People got killed for it. People got beat up for it. All of those things just about are gone. They're not there. It's not as extreme as it was back then. And another thing that has changed is the fact that men are now, we are, what is it? I don't want to say promoted, or what is it? Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue. Hold on. Somebody's listening to this right now and they're screaming the word that I'm thinking. Oh, what is it? We are more, it's not prone, it's not promoted. We are, oh man, I can't even think of it. Jeez, ushered? No, it's not ushered. Anyway, it's like, to me, back in the 90s, if a man said he needed to go to therapy, he might as well just jump off a building. Because it was seen as less of a man to do that. In today's world, it's okay. This is for all the men out there that's holding in all that shit, that trauma, all that negative, all that stuff that's just wrapped around your heart. It's okay to go to therapy and talk to a doctor about it. It is okay. Because from my point of view, in my life, it helped me get to the bottom of things. It helped me understand a lot of things. More importantly, it helped me get closure in a lot of situations where there was no there was no clear path to closure. Sometimes closure is understanding that it's over and there's nothing else left. You understand? Like, you gotta wrap your mind around the fact that that stuff that happened in the past wasn't your fault. You gotta understand that it's confidential. Like, they're not gonna go blab about it. You're not gonna see your secrets on Facebook. If you do, you got one hell of a lawsuit. So I'd rather have hurt feelings with a lot of money than the opposite. But you're gonna take that first step. And if you honestly don't have any trauma, if you're not holding anything, you had a nice life, cool. I mean, it still never hurts. Maybe you don't need it as much as guys on the other side of the spectrum, but life is hard and it's crazy and it's insane and you never know. It's like, if somebody was like, what's the general slogan for life? I would be like, you never know. Because it's life. You're rolling the dice every day. Rolling the dice. So why not have somebody that you can even just vent to? Talk about, get to the bottom of things. They'll give you some insight. They'll maybe just sit there and listen. Take some notes. Because what are you doing right now that's helping you cope with the things that you don't talk about? What are you doing? And is it enough? And I'll say, and I don't want to push every man to therapy. So maybe I should have framed my wording wrong. If you don't need it, then you don't need it. Every man on this planet is not going to need it. I'm talking about the ones that do, because I know for myself, I did. And I know there's millions of other men out there just like me. Make that appointment. Make that appointment. Try it out. Do the rule of 3. 3 sessions. If it doesn't work, okay. Maybe your path of healing is something else that's not therapy. But in 3 visits, if you have some sort of progression, a breakthrough even, something like that, oh my goodness. You'll feel like a whole new person. You will feel reborn. I'm telling you. Since I've been in therapy, I feel like I've been reborn. So much more insight. So much more clarity. And all I had to do is take that first step. So I have this platform that I use to speak on things that are important to me, and this is very important. So I'm using it to share my knowledge and my not expertise, but my experience. I got that word. I didn't get the other word, but I got this one. Expertise. No, experience. Yeah, there it is. Sharing my experience. And like I said, this isn't the 90s. It doesn't make you a weak man to go to therapy. It's almost like it's the opposite. You're stronger because you step up and you say, hey, I have these issues that are unresolved and I'm going to get help for it so I can be a better man and a better human and heal, evolve, progress, grow. Yeah, men can do anything. Sure. Right? Change the tires, we tow the cars, we build the buildings. But can we be strong enough to know when we need help? Can you? Ask yourself. Seriously. Go ahead. Ask yourself. And I'm not about to bash men. I'm not about to bash women. I'm just saying. I'm saying you go and you see how it goes. 3 sessions. That's it. 3. You go in there and talk about the thing that is heavy on your soul, that unresolved issue. Maybe from childhood, maybe from adulthood, maybe from whatever, wherever, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, you could talk to like, I don't know, man. There's 2 different lanes. I've had many late night serious talks around a bottle of liquor, and those help too. I mean, help is help, right? And sometimes those conversations are more therapeutic and effective than the ones with the therapist. But the thing is, if you have a therapist that's been trained to understand and come up with solutions or treatment plans and all this deep down knowledge, it's not going to hurt to have more help. What are you going to do? You're going to hold it forever until you die? Until you're what? Crunched up 90-year-old in a bed somewhere? Come on, man. Do it now. 3 sessions. What are you? You're man enough to hold everything in and be strong and put up this facade, but you're not strong enough to sit still for an hour and talk about yourself? Do yourself a favor. 3 sessions. Telling you, bro. And I don't have like a specific not law office, but doctor's office or whatever. This isn't an advertisement. It's a podcast. And in this episode, we're talking about mental health. Men's mental health. Okay? Very, very important. Can I down? Ooh, that's dope. I'm messing with I've noticed I'm too loud, so I'm trying to turn down the levels real quick. In the meantime, shout out to the One Gram Army podcast. Graham has been doing great things. We just did an episode that's out now on all major podcast platforms. So go to the One Gram Army podcast, subscribe. And Graham is the One Gram Army podcast on all the social media platforms. So if you see him on Twitter, tell him that you came from Pod Caviar. He's going to know. Shout out to Game Caviar on Twitch. Twitch.tv/NotHavingIt. I will be streaming. I think I'll stream Friday. I think I'll make my streaming days Friday. Flexible, maybe. Friday seems like it's the best day out of the week to do it. I was going to say I'm going to do it tomorrow, but then it's like, because I got to see, here's the thing. Okay, look, I'm done talking about the other thing. Men, go get treatment. Go to therapy. 3 sessions. Be a man. Grow some balls. Stop being a man. Like, oh, I'm a man. I'm too strong. I'm so strong. I don't need therapy. I'm a man. Like, cut that bullshit out and go get some fucking help. But for this, the reason why I don't want to just spring a stream tomorrow is because I got to go make the advertisement, because everything is all professional now throughout the brand, throughout the empire. So if you follow us on social media, Instagram, shirt_caviar, and then pod_caviar. You could follow me, caviar_city. You thought it was something different, did you? Nah. But I got to make the advertisement, and then we got to post it. It's very structured now, okay? Because we're not playing. We got to have the advertisements on Times Square. Got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do it. We got to do that. We have to do that, all right? And we can't do it if we're sloppy. The content has come a long way. It's great. It's solid. The back end is what was tripping me up. So I had to tighten everything up. So if you go on social media, and it's pretty active across all caviars, the entire empire is booming right now. Business is great. We got Shirt Caviar is pumping out designs and shirts and all sorts of insane stuff. Game Caviar, we have great streams. The past 2 streams were amazing. We were on Warzone. We got some first place victories. We got great comments. We got people in the chats talking. It was amazing. It's great. You understand, the momentum is building. Again, man, every time before, the momentum would build. We would gain some ground, learn something. We would stop for whatever reason and then start again and then start again. But now we have great momentum because we got all that knowledge from the previous momentum shifts or whatever, phases of momentum, however you want to call it. And then now I understand the urgency of getting it done and the the possibilities of being in a city like LA and having this great content and then having different levels of it. Like, it's not just Shirt Caviar. No, you get the art side, you get the gaming side, you get the podcast side, the entertainment side. There is still plans on having the Caviar Department of Cinema stand up to where we actually filming actual productions. Because remember, we talked about Men of the Badge, and I had that written. And I got some ideas about some other things that are... Get down. Damn, Osama bin Snippy. I have some ideas about this grand space thing. I talked about it on the One Gram Army podcast with Graham. Subscribe. About Space Caviar. Is that what it was? Tentatively titled Space Caviar. Kind of like exist in between the universe of Star Trek and Star Wars. I got a real weird take on that. But at any rate, it's going to be in space. So anything that's in space is going to take away from any of the big movies. And it's not like you're copying them, the big space movies. You're paying homage to. You're paying homage, however you say it. And I feel like what I have is pretty great. It could be polished some. The details are amazing. So yeah, we can't get to that point if we don't tighten up, stay on schedule, put out great content, have it look professional, have it like, you know, have a schedule, stick to it, look good. Step into the role. It's an empire. It's a brand. And we got the momentum. We have all those things. Momentum, structure, content, and all that is going to lead to advertisements on Times Square, billboards. See how that goes? But none of this would have been possible if I didn't go to therapy. So if you're a man and you've been holding something in, you need to go figure it out, man. And it doesn't hurt to go sit in a room with a doctor for an hour and let it all out. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else left to say. So why don't we go ahead and wrap this one up? We're at 22 minutes right now, coming up on 23 and 1 and 23. This is Pod Caviar. I'm your host, Tony. Subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you know when I upload a new episode of Pod Caviar, so you can be Johnny on the damn spot listening to it. All up in your ear canals, all right? Subscribe. Thank you for listening. Subscribe. I'm going to go. I'm going to see you next week. Oh, one of these weeks, we're going back to the normal Pod Caviar schedule, so it'll be 3 weeks. 1 week will take off because of how the hosting on its back end shit. So 3 on, 1 off. I don't know when. It'll be random. But we'll see you in the next episode. Subscribe. Peace.